Your mind is a house. It has many rooms. Some rooms are bright, some rooms are safe. You keep your happy memories there. You know every corner. You feel comfortable. But there are other rooms. Dark rooms. Rooms with locked doors. Imagine you are home alone. It is late at night. The house is quiet, or so you think. Then you hear it. A soft sound, like a whisper. You cannot make out the words. It is just a murmur, a quiet hiss. You check the windows. They are all locked. You check the doors. They are bolted. No one else is home. But the whispering continues, coming from everywhere at once. It feels like the walls themselves are talking, sharing secrets you are not meant to hear. A low hum of voices, just beyond understanding. This is a common auditory hallucination. Now let's step deeper into the darkness. You are lying in bed. It is that strange time between being awake and being asleep. Your eyes are open, but you cannot move. You are frozen. Then you see it. In the corner of your room, a shape begins to form. It is tall and thin. It is made of pure darkness, darker than the shadows around it. It has the outline of a person, but no features, no eyes, no mouth, no face. It is just a void in the shape of a man. The fear is getting colder now. The shadows are getting closer. You are back in your bed, trapped in that state of sleep paralysis. You cannot move. You cannot speak. The shadow person is gone. But you are not alone. You feel a pressure on your chest. It is heavy. It is getting heavier. It feels like someone is sitting on you, pushing you down into the mattress. You struggle to breathe. Your lungs burn for air. You open your eyes and you see her. An old woman. A hag. Her face is wrinkled and cruel. Her hair is thin and white. Her eyes are dark and empty. This is the old hag syndrome, a classic, terrifying sleep paralysis hallucination. You feel the weight. You feel the suffocation. You might smell her, hear her whispering terrible things. You are completely helpless, pinned down by this nightmare creature. Let's move away from the bedroom for a moment. Let's talk about the things we feel. Imagine you lose an arm in an accident. The arm is gone. You can see that it is gone, but you can still feel it. This is called a phantom limb. It's actually a pretty common experience, but sometimes it gets strange. It gets scary. You feel the phantom hand clenching into a fist. You feel phantom fingers drumming. But what if it felt like something was on your phantom arm? Something crawling, many legs, tactile hallucination. It is the feeling of something touching your skin when nothing is there. For people with phantom limbs, this can honestly be a living nightmare. They can feel spiders spinning webs between their phantom fingers. They can feel snakes coiling around a phantom ankle. Your brain's map still exists. The signals get crossed, and the brain interprets confused signals as 1,000 tiny feet scuttling. We trust our own reflection. It moves when we move. It smiles when we smile. But what if, one day, it wasn't? What if your reflection smiled when you were not smiling? What if it turned its head when your head was still? What if it looked at you with a strange, cold expression? You are looking at yourself, but it is not you. It is a doppelgänger, an imposter wearing your face, trapped in the mirror, watching you. People have seen reflections age, turn to skulls, become monstrous, glowing eyes, silent mouthing. A woman named Clara had this after extreme stress. She looked up and her reflection did not. When she looked up, her reflection stayed looking down into the sink. She froze. Slowly, the reflection lifted its head. It looked at her, and it smiled. She avoided mirrors for months, afraid of the other her living on the other side of the glass. The crawling feeling is back, but this time, it is not on a phantom limb. It is all over your body, and it is not on your skin. It is under your skin. You feel things moving, writhing, burrowing. It feels like insects or worms living inside you. You can feel them crawling through your veins, just beneath the surface. The itching is unbearable. You scratch until your skin is raw. They will use knives or tweezers, creating real wounds from an imaginary enemy. They bring jars of lint, skin flakes, specimens, convinced if you look under a microscope, you will find the bugs. Their suffering is real, a constant state of itchy, crawling torment. Their mind has convinced them their body is invaded. The pure horror of this hallucination is its intimacy. The monster is inside you, and there is nowhere to hide. Let's go deeper into the mind's madness. What could be worse than feeling like you are infested with bugs? How about feeling like you are not alive at all? This is the Cotard delusion. It is rare and terrifying. The person believes they are dead, a walking corpse. They will tell you they have no blood, no organs, no heart. They insist they are rotting. They see themselves as a ghost, cut off from the living world. In 1880, Mademoiselle X told her doctor she had no brain. She stopped eating, believing she had no stomach. Her delusion became a self-fulfilling prophecy. She starved. Cotard is the ultimate alienation. Believing you are a walking ghost. It's not just loneliness. You are convinced you have crossed a line no one else has. Your mind can rewrite reality, turning a person into a memory until they vanish. The horror is not a monster. The horror is a belief that convinces the body to waste away. You come home from work, your spouse greets you at the door. They look exactly the same. They sound exactly the same. They know all your shared memories. But you know, with a certainty that chills you to the bone, that this is not your spouse. It is an imposter, a perfect copy, a robot, an alien, a demon wearing your loved one's face. This is the Capgras delusion, a misidentification where the brain recognizes a face but loses emotional connection. Your brain knows the face. It just does not feel the warmth, the love. You see your mother, but the connection is gone. The only logical conclusion, this person is an imposter. A man named David believed his parents were perfect duplicates after a brain injury. He lived in suspicion. Love becomes betrayal. Trust becomes a conspiracy. You are the only real person left in a world of copies. A psychological horror that turns your safe harbor into a nest of spies. The fear is almost at its peak. Charles Bonnet syndrome happens to people who are losing their sight. As their vision fades, the brain, starved of images, starts to create its own. It creates vivid, strange, often bizarre visions. Tiny people, distorted faces, gargoyles, intricate, detailed hallucinations seen with perfect clarity by those who are legally blind. They are not delusional. They know these images are not real. Still, their home is invaded by silent cinema. Dorothy lost vision to macular degeneration. She saw children, Victorian children, walking through her apartment. They walked through her furniture, through walls. They never spoke. They never looked at her. She knew they were not real. Her brain was running a movie she could not turn off. The horror is the horror of the absurd. Tiny parades of figures, floating animals, maps on the floor. You are a sane person, forced to watch an insane world. The sole audience for a silent, endless parade of the mind's creations. We have arrived at the most terrifying hallucination. It is not just a monster or a feeling or a flawed reflection. This is the Truman Show delusion, named after the 1998 film. People believe they are the star of a massive reality show. Their family, friends, co-workers, all paid actors. Every moment is filmed by hidden cameras, every coincidence a scripted plot point. They see cameras everywhere, rows of unseen viewers watching their life unfold. They try to escape. They climb rooftops, shout at the sky, speak to security cameras, desperate to break the fourth wall. They tear at their world, looking for seams, convinced the army of actors is watching. Every news headline, every traffic jam, evidence of a plot coded just for them. They are the center of the universe, and utterly alone. The delusion destroys trust, love, and meaning. It makes you doubt the very fabric of existence. Nothing is real. You are a puppet on strings. The most profound isolation. Your mind has built an entire fake world and locked you inside. We have walked through the dark corridors of the human mind. We have seen the shadows that dance in the corners of our vision. We have heard the whispers that echo in the silence. We have felt the phantom touch of things that are not there, from crawling insects under the skin to the belief your life is a show. These experiences show one truth. The most frightening monster we face is inside our own skull. A chemical imbalance, an injury, disease, or extreme stress can corrupt the storyteller in your head. These things are medical. They deserve compassion, not fear. Our brain weaves pieces of input into a story we call reality, and sometimes the storyteller loses the plot. So tonight, when the house grows quiet, listen. Look into the darkness. Feel the space around you. Be grateful for the simple, boring reality your mind provides. Because the haunted house is always there, waiting. The doors to the dark rooms are never truly locked. Your mind is the greatest ghostwriter of all.